like coaches and trainers and everyone telling me, you was gonna be a safety or you was gonna be a linebacker. But at the time, I was like, man, I'm gonna play quarterback. I don't know what y'all talking about. But over the years, I've matured and I understand. And sometimes coaches they see things in you that you don't. So a lot of coaches seen that in me, and I was just able to step up to the task. But you know, when the draft come and I hear my name, there's no telling, there's no feeling like it. So it'll just feel like all my hard work has been paid off, and it's only the biggest dream of mine to play in the NFL. I just love being around football, and it's really because my relationships with my brothers, and going out and putting on the show with each other, and that's the biggest thing it is for me.
All right, thank you very much, buddy.
Yes, sir.
All right, next up is Gabe Bach, also from Texas.
Hey, buddy, what has been the feedback from teams that you've talked to leading up to pro day and maybe even walking off the field just a few moments ago?
A lot of teams is really impressed with my football IQ. I was just telling Coach Elko and Coach Santucci and all my linebacker coaches. I think they did an amazing job, and just developing me into a great linebacker on and off the field. Mentally and physically. This game it's a lot of mental things behind it. So I feel like when they came in, I actually feel like my IQ went up, and a lot of teams say that. But today on my performance, every scout out there was just extremely impressed. Everyone's saying great job, But I understand that this is not the end of the road. This is only the beginning for me. I'm going to go right back to work. So I look forward to it.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, next up is Matthias Ornelas from Timeout Brazil podcast.
Thank you. Buddy, here's Matheus Ornelas from Timeout here in Brazil. Congratulations for going for the NFL draft. You just say about how the scouts got impressed with your football IQ, but what do you think that's your main quality that an NFL team is gonna get it?
I lost him. You breaking up?
Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
You talk about your football IQ and how the teams see that like a really good step today. Yeah. But what do you think is your main quality if an NFL team pick you?
I would just say, my leadership and, my dominance. I feel like just me, my sense of dominance on the field, I feel like everyone around me understands that, I'm always there for them. And, I know everyone around me will be there for me. So, just my leadership, making sure everyone is on the same page, having guys ready to rock and roll. Guys know they can count on me no matter what, 100% I'm behind them. So, just my leadership role and I'm very accountable. That's what some of the two words we used to go by. Accountability and dependability. You want to always be able to count on somebody, and you always want to be able to depend on someone. So, I just feel like those two traits are huge for me.
Thank you. Good luck during the process.
Thank you.
Okay, next up is Justin Woodard from KAGS.
Hey, buddy, you get a sense of how many NFL coaches, scouts were out there? How many different teams? You give us a rough estimate since we were able to be there.
I'm not really sure. It was there's a lot of teams out there, and we have a lot of great players. Like I say, a lot of guys out there putting on the big show. So, a lot of guys turned a lot of scouts' heads, and it was just an amazing day for all of us. And we're just blessed to participate in something like this.
Okay, my real question then: with no NFL Combine, right? You kind of had maybe most players have two shots at this thing to impress, but this was a one-shot deal with no Combine. So, did you feel any extra pressure today?
No, I just feel like, this is something I've been doing my whole life. So, for me to go out there and put on a show like that, it's just amazing. But the biggest thing, like I always say, I have my brothers behind me. So, there's no nervousness or nothing because, like I say, I always got my brothers back and I know they have mine. So, when I go out there and put on the show, I know it's for them and, for my family was there, my teammates there cheering me on. It just shows all the hard work we put in, it's paying off.
Okay, next up is Alex Fleming from the Florida Sun.
How you doing, sir? Alex Fleming, Florida Sun. How was the workout today?
It was wonderful. Amazing.
All right. Now, you played in the SEC. You're a former quarterback. Do you see things differently on the field, considering that you played offense at one point in time? Do you feel that the SEC is a bit of a pre-warmer to get you ready for the NFL?
I would say in the SEC here, I honestly feel like we go against the most competitive guys, and we have the most competitive league, and like I say, and really everyone in college football, but just here in the SEC, there's a dominance that's definitely out there, and going against each team every week is only another opportunity for not only my team but me to get better. That was the biggest thing. If you want to be great, you have to go against the great players. So for me to go out there and be able to go against the great players and put on the show, and have my brothers with me is huge. But like I say, the SEC, man, there's no other conference like it, and I'm glad I chose the SEC, and I wouldn't choose no other conference.
All right, next up is going to be Mike Lucas from KAGS.
Hey, buddy. I saw on Twitter they tweeted out your 10.8 broad jump. Is that the one workout that you are most pleased with today?
I would say nah, not really. I feel like just the overall performance. But if I had to just pick one, I would just say my shuttle. Because
how fast you run the shuttle?
It was a 4:07. But when I first got in with my trainer, he's always get on me about these little things, man. It's always funny. So when I was doing my shuttle, Brent Calloway, he's my trainer up in Frisco at Exos. He's my trainer. So before I did my shuttle, I just hear him yelling in my ear. I was like, "Oh, be quiet right now." So that was funny to me.
And buddy, I'm just curious. Throughout this whole process, you're a pretty humble guy. Do you look at mock drafts and if you don't like necessarily where you're projected, do you take kind of offense to that?
No, I mean, like I say, I try not to pay attention to it, because honestly, there's a lot, out there, and just with me, man, I just go out and go in and put the work in, man. If you go in and put the work in, there's nothing you have to worry about. All your hard work will be paid off. So, for me, it's just day in and day out putting in the hard work, and when it's time, when I hear my name called, that'll be the big thing for me. That'll be what I'm mostly looking forward to.
Awesome, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, and we'll wrap it up with Joshua Allen from the Bucks Report.
Hey, buddy, how we doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I just wanted to ask you, through this process, pro days, pre-draft, who's been someone that you can kind of lean on, get advice and tips from? And then have you had any conversations with the Buccaneers at all?
So, through this whole thing, I've kind of been keeping close with my teammates. I had 3 other teammates training up with me at Exos. I had Bobby Brown, Carson, and Ryan. We all trained up, and from time to time, I would check on my teammates, just make sure everyone's doing well. We still have that close friendship, and so I would just say, those guys, my family, of course, and my girlfriend, of course. So I have a nice small circle. My trainers, things in that nature. My agent has been there. His little group. So like I said, I have a great circle, and I try to surround myself around great people, because that's the type of person I am, and that's the type of people I want to surround myself around. And, I haven't talked to the Bucks, but, you never know. Sometimes they say, I have some of my buddies say, they got drafted to a team they never talked to. So it's something that I'm definitely looking forward to seeing on draft day.
All right, that's all the questions we have for you, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next up is